Bound by Flame was on my radar for a while now. Actually, it's been on my radar for a couple of years, but I never got around it, and I honestly forgot it exists. Despite the mixed reception, it seems that almost everyone agrees that the game has a really good and challenging combat system, which is a big plus in my book. All the complaints that people had really didn't bother me, since I can overlook things like graphics, questionable voice acting, etc, etc. Only if the core gameplay, the atmosphere of the game and the story are good, especially the gameplay loop. It basically means that I'm easily pleased when it comes to games, and I can understand why would someone be turned off by the games that I really enjoy. Back to the topic. This is my true first impressions of Bound by Flame, and I only played around for 20 minutes, which is not much, but it gives me enough information of what can I expect further in the game. After a few cutscenes, you get the taste of the combat, and it really didn't take much to convince me that I'll enjoy this. There is 3 fighting styles, although I still didn't unlock the Pyromancer, which is the 3rd fighting style. I only have the Warrior fighting style and Ranger/Rogue, I guess, fighting style. You can switch these styles on the fly, but I think I'll stick to the warrior style with a two-handed weapon. Speaking of the warrior style, you have 2 types of attacks and block that also acts like a parry button if pressed at the right time. It also performs a counter attack automatically when you successfully do a parry, and you can chain your regular attacks after the counter attack as well. I'm level 2 and the first thing I did improve in my skills is the parry actually. Surprise, surprise. I can parry attacks from behind now. I noticed that on the first mini-boss, I guess, some of the strong attacks are unblockable but parryable, and I love that. I set the difficulty to Captain, which is the highest you can go apparently, and I hope I won't regret the decision since I don't like to lower the difficulty in the middle of the playthrough, even if I want to break my controller sometimes, but I'm weird like that. The controls are really responsible in general, and coming from the game Elex, it's a bit hard to get used to block on the other trigger, so it took me a bit to adapt, but this is only my personal problem and not the game's. The crafting system is pretty straightforward, and the best thing about it, your gear always changes when you upgrade something, not only stats wise, but the looks also change. It's worth mentioning that it's more linear, but the level seems opened enough, and from what I heard about the game, there's a bunch of interesting side quests. But I'll be the judge on that. Didn't catch much about the story still, but I know that there's a demon inside you and you can control it somehow. The thing I didn't really like that much is the color filter that looks like everything is in bronze, like someone slapped an Instagram filter over the game, but it's a minor problem and maybe it's just for the beginning level. You can name your character however you like, but everyone still calls you Vulcan. Okay? Yeah, that's pretty much it so far. I think I'm gonna like this and maybe even make a few more videos about it. I heard that the campaign is around 10 hours long, give or take, and that actually suits me because I don't have that much time right now, but the replay value is also there, which is always a big plus, of course. So tell me your thoughts. Have you heard about this game from 2014 and maybe played it, loved it, hated it? Leave a comment down below, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in the next one.